Welcome back to my video. Today I want to talk a little bit about teen entrepreneurship and how it has impacted my life, how I got to where I am now, some of the failures I've been through as a teen entrepreneur, and just kind of what my view of it is and why I think it would benefit you as a teenager starting entrepreneurship. I guess why I started was when I was about 16, 17 years old. I really wanted to make my own money, but I wasn't allowed to go out and get a job yet. I didn't have a car, I wasn't done with school, and my parents didn't want me going out to the workplace. So I needed to find a way to make money because I wanted to go on a missions trip to Africa. So I started searching like Pinterest and Google, just searching everywhere for ideas, and Etsy kept coming up. So I spent a lot of time working on building ideas of what I could make to sell on Etsy, learning about Etsy. I did some programs like online through our library, learning as much as I could about marketing myself online and just selling things and finding a good product. So I started dabbling in home decor and making like with mason jars that were very popular at the time, painting them and just making different mason jar things with like some of them had rice or coffee beans or just beans, and I would paint special designs for like candles to come through, and I was shocked at how many people bought them. I just put them on Etsy and started sharing it, and I was getting orders like crazy. I couldn't hardly keep up with it, honestly, and because it wasn't something I absolutely loved, it started wearing me out. And this is when I learned one lesson was, don't start something just for the sake of making money. Find something that really is your passion and something that you love and that you can talk about and help people with. Because if you don't find something you love, it will burn out. You will be burnt out really quickly on it. And that's kind of what happened with me. But the good thing I learned from it was I was starting to do something, learning business, and I don't regret it at all. In fact, I encourage you guys to just start things and fail at it, because that's how you will learn. And I'll be posting another video on failure and why it's so important to entrepreneurship. So that was kind of how I started, was with Etsy, and I loved the experience. I think you can do amazing things with Etsy. I highly recommend it. I have seen so many other companies or businesses just do amazing with Etsy. Just for me personally, and especially in the home decor mason jar industry, it was not for me, and the shipping got outrageous. I undersold myself, and I just really struggled to keep up with it. Good thing was I did make money. I made 3 to 4 times the amount I put into it, which I only spent like $95 to $100 to get started with paint and jars and stuff. So I made several $100s within a couple months, which was amazing to me for a 17, 16-year-old girl that didn't make any money and just was playing with ideas from home. So it was a great learning experience, and I highly recommend trying whatever you're learning about, just trying it and going ahead and failing at it, because that's how you'll grow and learn and find ultimately where your passion is. So have a goal and think about your why. What fuels you? My why was I wanted to get to Africa and I wanted to do missions, so I just started. And I also ended up getting into t-shirts. Me and my dad designed a t-shirt, and I connected with a company and we sold several t-shirts. I made a few $100s off that within a couple weeks, and that was a fun experience. I actually enjoyed that. I loved the designing process. I loved selling and sharing that with friends and watching them love their clothing. So I really enjoyed that. But again, it wasn't my passion. Clothing was not my passion, and it wasn't a long-term sustainable opportunity for me. So with Etsy and the clothing, I ended up quitting that after I had made some money and was able to go to Uganda. So once I made it there, my life changed, my perspective changed. I finally found my purpose and my why, and I'll have another video on that. And it really helped me grow and focus on where I could thrive and use my purpose and my business skills that I had learned from my failure to kind of intersect at an amazing place. And this is kind of where I am today, and I continue failing and growing in so many ways, but just having a why and a purpose behind what I do really helps fuel everything and helps me get through my failures and successes to just continue growing. I really highly encourage you to just start, because you are at the youngest you will ever be right in this moment. You're only going to get older, and the younger you are, the less you have to lose. If you're a teenager, you're most likely living with your parents. You have your food, your home expenses, everything covered, and you have a lot of free time when you're not doing school that you could be using to learn and grow and build something that will just build into something amazing when you are done with school or when you are to that next phase of life. So starting now, no matter what age you are, even if you're not a teen and you're watching this, I recommend start now, because that is the only way you'll be able to grow something into even a multi-million business. You have to start now. Taking your biggest risk is really the key. Starting young. I started at 17. I'm currently 20 years old, but for those 3 years, I learned so much that if I would have waited till I was done with school, if I would have waited until I was 20, I would be where I was 3 years ago when all these risks didn't actually matter, and I would be really struggling. Now I have payments I have to do, like insurance on my car, a phone bill. I still live with my parents because I can and my parents want me to, and I don't have another place I'm going right now, but it is a goal to be sustainable on my own and be able to bless others with the income I'm making in bigger ways than I am now. I do make a lot of money, but I'm giving a lot right now because I don't have that need currently. But my goal is to have my needs fully covered and then be able to give the surplus. Currently, I give 50% and keep 50%, which has been such a blessing to so many people in my life, and I've been able to help so many people around the world. If you're a teenager and you're questioning whether you should get in business, stop questioning yourself. Just go out and do it. Find other YouTubers or continue watching my YouTube videos. Just continue learning and growing as much as you can. Learn, learn, learn. If you are learning, you are going to get somewhere as long as you apply what you're learning. So even if you fail, evaluate it, look at it, learn from it, move on. If you succeed, still celebrate that success, evaluate it, learn from it, move on. It's just a part of the process of growing in business, and it's something that you have to embrace as a young entrepreneur, and the more you embrace it, the more you'll succeed. Even now, I still feel like I'm very young in the business space, and I'm still learning lots. Starting YouTube, I wish I would have started earlier. That's something that I was afraid of for a very long time, and just now, only recently, like in the last month, started this channel. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, start now. Learn from it, grow from it, because if I would have done that years ago when I started other things, I would be at a much better place now, and I can look at it and regret it, but I'm just thankful I'm starting now, and I'm going forward right now, starting today, tomorrow. I'm going to keep moving forward. This video, I'll reevaluate and take from it the good, but what I've learned from making this video, things I would like to add to it, make better, and in my next video, it will be a little better. So it's just a part of the process of growing as a young entrepreneur, and the sooner you start, the bigger your compound effect will be in the future. I talk a lot about that, micro actions turning into macro success over time, in my other YouTube video, and it will really help you. If this video inspired you to start your journey or to continue where you are now, if you found any helpful tips out of this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and a like. Comment below. It really supports my channel and helps me reach more people, helps me evaluate where I am by sharing what you learned from this video so I can help more people. That is my ultimate goal here at this channel, helping you, helping others, and I really hope you have a great day and have great success.